These days, the science and technology that we have is so far advanced that scientists are actually researching into gene alterations and can easily predict the kind of diseases that you'll get based on your inheritance. But all of this started because of Gregor Mendel, who performed a series of experiments on pea plants to understand inheritance. He selected pea plants because they had well-defined characters that were expressed over several generations. So, he combined purebred yellow-seeded plants with purebred green-seeded plants, and he got only yellow-seeded plants. He called these the first filial generation, and also he called the yellow color trait as a dominant trait because it was the only color that was expressed in the first generation. Then he self-pollinated the seeds of the first generation and found out that the progeny had 75% of yellow-colored seeds, whereas 25% of the seeds were green-colored. So, he called the green color trait as a recessive trait because it was hidden in the first generation as it got dominated by the yellow color trait and only got expressed in the second generation. He then split the second generation into 3 different groups and self-pollinated them. The first group that had 25% of the yellow peas gave only yellow-seeded plants. The second group that had the rest of the yellow seeds gave a progeny same as the second generation, that is 25% were green and 75% were yellow. The third group that had only green seeds gave only green seeds progeny. From this, Mendel inferred that each trait depended on a pair of factors that came from each parent. Also, each parent had a set of factors or 2 factors which were called alleles that represent the character. Also, a pure breed will have the factors of the same type. That is, a yellow-seeded parent plant had YY alleles and the green-seeded parent plant had the YY alleles. Here, capital Y is the dominant one and the small y is the recessive one. So what have we learned today? Today we've learned about the experiment performed by Mendel on pea plants depending upon the trait of color. We also learned about factors or alleles and also about dominant factor and the recessive factor. Until next time, happy learning!